What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. It is Saturday, August 22nd, 2020, and I have a hurricane alert for you guys. So, I wanted to just discuss these two storms that are now forecasted to strike around the Louisiana and Texas coast. So, we have Tropical Storm Laura and Tropical Storm Marco now, which were previously Tropical Depression 13 and Tropical Depression 14. So these two storms are now forecasted to slam into the Louisiana and Texas Gulf Coast area. So anybody that's in the Gulf Coast, but especially around Louisiana and Texas, you need to be on high alert right now, and you need to pay attention to what's going to happen with these storms. Okay, so I want to just go over the forecasts here, that the latest forecast from the National Hurricane Center, and they have been flying reconnaissance planes through these storms already, so they're getting some good data on the storms, and they're confirming a lot of what the models are showing. So the forecast track should be fairly accurate, but they've been changing it quite a bit. Tropical Storm Laura was forecasted to cross over Florida and then go somewhere towards the northern Gulf, northeastern Gulf of Mexico. And now they have the storm going all the way out west to the western Gulf, closer to Texas, Louisiana. So they've shifted the track in Tropical Storm Laura towards the Gulf. But so without further delay, I'll just show you guys what the latest forecast is. But we have two storms that are set to impact around the middle of next week. Tropical Storm Laura and Tropical Storm Marco are set to impact the Louisiana area next week, sometime in the middle part of next week in the same area. So here we have the track for Tropical Storm Laura, and you can see the storm is supposed to now cross over Cuba, which may weaken the storm. But then it's going to get out into the Gulf. And, historically, storms that get out into the Gulf this time of the year, they typically rapidly intensify. So, it's going to cross over the Caribbean islands here as a tropical storm. And then once it leaves Cuba, it's going to get out into the Gulf, and that's where it could rapidly intensify. And I'm really concerned about that happening. Especially the water is very warm this time of the year. It's the end of August, so the storm could rapidly explode into a major hurricane. And that's exactly what happened with Hurricane Katrina. When Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans, the storm rapidly intensified in the Gulf of Mexico before it turned north and slammed right into New Orleans. So, just because the storm is going over land and it's going to be going over the Caribbean islands doesn't mean that you should not prepare or not take the storm seriously, okay? Once these storms get into the Gulf, that's when they rapidly intensify. So please, if you're in Louisiana, you should be getting ready for this storm and paying close attention to the latest forecasts. So this is supposed to arrive sometime Wednesday next week, okay, around the Louisiana Gulf Coast. This is Tropical Storm Laura. The latest sustained winds are 40 miles per hour, so it's a very weak tropical storm right now. And if we look at, compare that to Tropical Storm Marco, okay, Tropical Storm Marco is supposed to impact pretty much the same area on Monday or Tuesday. All right, so it's going to be like a 1-2 punch. All right, we're going to have Tropical Storm Marco come in and slam into the Louisiana Gulf on Monday and Tuesday, which they're saying it's supposed to hit as a storm, but they have it set right now as a hurricane coming into the Gulf. It's going to strengthen into a hurricane sometime by Sunday, once it clears the Yucatan Peninsula area, and it's going to strengthen into a hurricane once it gets out into the open water here and then they're saying it's going to go north and maybe turn to the left, to the west. So, guys, this could potentially be catastrophic. All right, we have two hurricanes potentially impacting the same area in the Louisiana Gulf Coast and the Texas Gulf Coast within 2 days of each other. So first you have Hurricane Marco, and then you're going to have Hurricane Laura. Okay, or they're gonna change the name. So, but this is very concerning, guys. Okay, this is like a 1-2 punch. This storm, Tropical Storm Marco, already has 65-mile-per-hour winds. So it's almost at the level of a hurricane. A hurricane starts at 74 miles per hour. So it'll probably strengthen into a hurricane sometime today. And we really have to pay attention to what's going to happen. But in my opinion, I believe that this storm will impact Louisiana or Texas with at least a tropical storm force, but it could be even a category 2 or 3 hurricane. All right, because once this storm gets out into the Gulf, it could rapidly intensify. So, guys, please get ready if you're in the Gulf Coast. Please get ready, because you have some serious storms coming, and it's going to be a 1-2 punch. So, first storm will come Monday and Tuesday. Second storm will come Wednesday and Thursday. So it could be a devastating situation here. All right. So let's just read the messages from Marco. Marco is forecasted to strengthen into a hurricane as it moves into the southeastern Gulf of Mexico by tonight, and tropical storm conditions are expected over the northeastern coast of Yucatan Peninsula and in extreme western Cuba. Heavy rainfall is also expected in the eastern portions of the Mexican states and across from western Cuba, which could result in flash flooding. Marco is expected to move across the central Gulf of Mexico as a hurricane on Sunday and approach the central Gulf Coast on Monday. There is an increased risk of impacts from storm surge and heavy rainfall from the upper Texas coast to Louisiana early next week, and interests there should monitor the progress of Marco. All right, so guys, this is a serious situation. There's still some, now with Tropical Storm Laura, there's still some uncertainty about exactly where it's going to go and how strong it's going to be. But they seem to be favoring this western track closer to Louisiana now. So we have to keep a close eye on both of these storms. And they say here for Tropical Storm Laura, the details of the long-range track and intensity remain more uncertain than usual because Laura is forecasted to move over portions of the Greater Antilles through Monday. However, Laura is forecasted to strengthen over the Gulf of Mexico and bring storm surge rainfall and wind impacts to the northern Gulf Coast by the middle of next week. All right, guys, so I wanted to just give you this update. We have a 1-2 punch coming for the Gulf Coast. All right, we have Tropical Storm Marco forecasted to impact the central Gulf Coast Monday and Tuesday, and then Laura potentially Wednesday and Thursday in the same area. So get ready, get what you need to get: food, water, shelter. Board up your windows if you have to. Security could be important. If there's extended power outages, we could have looting and crime. So, guys, get ready for this, and I'll keep you updated as the storms progress. And as always, take care, God bless, and don't forget the 3 Ps: prepare, practice, and persevere.